If you think snakes, spiders, and sharks are Australia's deadliest creatures, wait until you learn about the perpetrator in today's case who needed only one day to end the lives of 35 people and injure 23 others in what is known as the Port Arthur Massacre, which occurred on April 28, 1996. The massacre led to a ban on unlicensed firearms in Australia, resulting in the confiscation of approximately 643,000 guns from citizens, which cost the government over 350 million Australian dollars. On May 7, 1967, Maurice and Carleen Bryant welcomed their son Martin Bryant into the world. Martin was not like other children his age. Martin had a penchant for killing animals, making him an outcast at school and a victim of bullying. This led him to become a bully himself, targeting those weaker and smaller than him, resulting in his expulsion from school at the age of 10. Martin's IQ was only 65, indicating he was not mentally stable. He was moved to special schools for children with similar conditions, but he never graduated, leaving school at 18 to work as a handyman. Eventually, he befriended Helen, a 54-year-old woman who had won the lottery. Helen lived in a mansion with her mother, 14 dogs, and 40 cats. Martin helped her feed the animals and clean the house. After a while, Helen's neighbors complained to the health authorities about the mess in her mansion and their unsanitary living conditions. An inspection revealed that Helen and her mother needed urgent hospital treatment, but it was too late for Helen's mother, who passed away. Helen then asked Martin to move in with her, and he did. Martin and Helen bought 30 cars in less than 3 years and spent money on restaurants and clothes, which might suggest Martin's mental state was improving. Unfortunately, his psychiatrist warned that Martin had expressed a desire to go out and shoot people in the street, and that his father was the only thing stopping him. Martin and Helen were later involved in a car accident that killed Helen and her 2 dogs and injured Martin. The accident was investigated due to its unusual nature, but Martin claimed the dogs were roaming the car, obstructing his view. In her will, Helen requested that Martin inherit her fortune, amounting to 649,749 Australian dollars. Martin's mother asked the authorities that due to Martin's mental state, the inheritance should be placed under the guardianship of his father, Maurice, which was done, and Martin returned to live with them. Maurice attempted to buy a house in Port Arthur, which was up for sale, but a couple named David and Nolene Martin bought it first and refused to sell it to him. Maurice became depressed and was later found dead in a lake near the house he wanted to buy. It was unclear whether Maurice had been murdered or had taken his own life. Martin inherited Helen's money again plus an additional $250,000 from his father. The death of Martin's father pushed him over the edge. He began purchasing numerous firearms and planning the massacre. Martin first went to the couple's house who had bought the home and shot them. He then went to a cafe where he killed 12 people and injured 10 in just 15 seconds. He continued shooting at people gathered outside the cafe, killing 4 and injuring 6. Martin kept firing until the death toll reached 35 people. He was arrested and sentenced to life imprisonment.